Hi, hopefully you'll be able to join us this coming Sunday where we'll be covering the Mai Tai. Well, first of all, you're going to need a large glass to accommodate all the ice because it does need to be round full of ice. We'll need limes. We'll also need some mint sugar syrup if we want to sort of make sure that it's a nicely balanced cocktail. So this is an almond syrup called Kojack. Orange liqueur in the form of a dry curacao preferably. But if you already have in your drinks cabinet something like a Grand Marnier or a triple sec in the form of, say, Cointreau, then you've already got what you need for the drink. This brings us neatly onto the rums. There's plenty of options from Jamaica. There's a lot of varied rums there, so I'm going to try and categorize them based on flavor profile. So let's say you want something that is approachable. The go-to rum would be something from the Appleton Estate family. So we have the Appleton Estate Signature, you have the Appleton Estate 8, or the Appleton Estate 12. Worthy Park Select Reserve, Estate Reserve or Select. If you want more of that signature profile of a Jamaican rum, which is overly ripe tropical fruit, but predominantly banana flavour, you're looking at something like a Plantery Jamaica. If you want even more funk, then Smith & Cross is a great option. Hampden Estate 8-year-old. Maybe for a special occasion. The sort of last sort of flavour profile is the sort of burnt caramel, burnt sugar sort of flavour. And historically, that would have been something like Myers, dark rum, or Karuba, or Red Heart. Not exactly the same, but they're in that same sort of ballpark-ish. This is the Worthy Park 109. This is a far more elevated version than any of these sort of ones which are cheaper versions. We then come to blends. Now, you can either go down the route of getting ready-made blends, or you can make your own. For example, Plantery OFTD, blends of different countries, including Jamaica and Guyana. And Guyana is a particularly good rum to mix with Jamaican rum because it gives a chocolatey richness to the blend. Something like That Boutique Rum Company, they do a signature blend number 2. Now, there's one called Denizens Merchant Reserve. Available, I think, only in the US market, and it was actually designed for a Mai Tai. Now, if you're not a fan of the idea of tropical fruit in your rums, some people might not like it, there's this, which is Chairman's Reserve, specifically the legacy version. I talk about making our own blends. Well, originally, back in when the Mai Tai was introduced to Hawaii, they actually used sort of a dark rum, Karuba, Red Heart or Myers rum, in conjunction with a light Puerto Rican rum. The idea was that because this is quite has that burnt sugar taste, but adding a sort of a more neutral flavoured rum, you would sort of balance those two out. And you could do the same thing with the Worthy Park 109 and have some Puerto Rican rum. The Appleton Estate 12 with some Guyanese rum like El Dorado. Again, this will make it sort of more rich, chocolatey flavour notes and will work well in that sort of particular blend. Worthy Park 109 combined with something else from the Worthy Park family, that will make a good combination. Plantery Jamaica with Plantery OFTD together. An Apple Estate 12 along with a rum agricole. I've got the rum JM here, but I would recommend sort of the Claremont VSOP, which makes for a killer combination. There's something called the Ultimate Mai Tai Mix, and that was invented by Kevin Crossman in 2019. So it's going to be Appleton Estate 12-year-old. It's going to be Smith & Cross, Plantery Jamaica, and Plantery OFTD. All in equal measure, make a fantastic blend for a Mai Tai. Now, some people had or still have a problem with Plantery. This is one they were previously known as Plantation, but Kevin Crossman came up with an alternative version of the Ultimate Mai Tai mix, the 12 and the Smith & Cross, but you would have, in addition to that, some of the Worthy Park 109. Remember, it's lime, it's sugar syrup, almond syrup or orgeat, orange liqueur, and a rum or rums of your choice. The possibilities are endless, and I would love you to join us on Sunday's show to share with us what rum you like in your Mai Tai. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be delicious, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Until then, take care.